Good morning and welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. And this morning's update, and it's going to be a doozy. We've got Bitcoin coming right down to our support level, and it's been a pretty interesting morning here so far. The XRP Bitcoin pairing's at the 779 sat level, up about 2.5%, but Bitcoin is severely, and I mean, so I don't remember the last time I've seen Bitcoin so oversold all the way, and this is the first candle where it's trying to reverse here. I mean, we had the exhaustion wick, but we were so severely oversold here. The 45, the hourly, you can go through any of these stretches, and we're severely oversold for Bitcoin. There's an opportunity presented. I know it's very dangerous to do any kind of trading, but yeah, it's definitely in an opportune moment. If I was somebody who was going to trade this from a futures perspective, I would have my stop loss around 60,500, and I would call it a day. Because if you're going to do this, if it falls below 60,500, there's no reason to have any extra topside risk here or bottom side risk. Because if it's going to make a move right now, it should. And I think 60,500 is a logical area if you're doing some kind of futures trade and you want to make sure that you give it a little bit of room to run underneath. So just pay attention to Bitcoin, as it is severe, even in the daily, oversold, way oversold. 4 hourly severely oversold. 3 hourly's massively oversold. So, you know, obviously you got to be careful here. Put a stop loss down and limit what you're doing if you're going to do something. But Bitcoin's way oversold. We don't know how that's going to play out. But it's something that I'm going to watch, you know, as the day goes on. And we'll get further into that after we do the intro. XRP's down 0.38%, but the XRP Bitcoin pairings held up rather nicely. It's up about 2.64% to the 779 sat level. But that's something we're going to have to watch as well as it unfolds, because right now, Bitcoin could have a rebound here. It's massively undervalued, especially from a daily sense in. And there was, there was $250 million approximately in liquidations when Bitcoin hit around 61K. So we'll go over all of that reading. We'll go over the XRP technical analysis. We'll go over how XRP had 10 million put onto the AMM, so that was a major milestone for XRP. Ripple, so we'll go over that as well. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. By you hitting that like button, YouTube recommends this and it gets put out to the viewing audience. Even new viewers or older viewers that have never seen my content, they'll be able to see it on the YouTube news feed and they'll be able to watch it. So with that being said, please make sure to hit that like button, and I'm going to do the intro real quick. Good morning. 8:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, June 24th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, with every trade, you know, you have to start in an area. If you haven't bought XRP yet, it's sitting down 0.63% today. It's right around the 47.6 or 47.7 cent level. We came down to this support structure when we talked yesterday. If we fell out, and it was very easy. And I know my video yesterday morning got about 1,700 views, so everybody seen this who was watching. We talked about if we lost 48 cents, you'd have about a 3% drop down to that 465 level. And that has played out. So we lost the support structure. I put it a little bit higher than I wanted. But you get the picture, so let's take it off about. So it's about a 3% drop. Just over 3%. And then we know, remember yesterday we were talking about inception? So it was a chart within a chart within a chart. So we knew it was going to drop there. Now if it drops past this next section, now all of a sudden we know if we were to lose this 46.6 or 46.4, we would come down here to the 42.4, and that's where you get the bigger drop. So a remember 3.3 to 13% drop I was talking about yesterday? That's why. Because if it came all the way down, there was still an additional almost over 8% that it could come down. So it's going to be interesting this morning. It's going to be interesting this morning. I took a shot on to test out the copy trading on HOTCOIN. So if you're part of that, I took out, it's a $100 trade, 10x on Bitcoin at like 61,268, I believe it was. And it's a $15 risk. There's a reason why I'm not doing a $500 trade or a $1,000 trade on copy trading, because we're going to ease into this. And in these high times of uncertainty, it's very easily that we could get stopped out here. And my stop loss, like I said, is 60,500. It would cost me $15. It's only a $100 trade. So, you try to do risk reward here, but I'm trying to build it up slowly with the audience. And I thought this was an appropriate way to start. But there's no crystal ball, so it's a feel. And if it doesn't pan out, I got to start over, because it's going to cost me it's only $15, but at the end of the day, it depends how much you use. If you use $1,000, that's a $150 risk. So it's all about risk tolerance. And you can put things in your favor by just doing a smaller trade until you see how things are going to play out, because we're awfully volatile right now. We're awfully volatile, and I've been waiting to test it out to make sure that everything works properly. So I waited for a moment where I thought it would give us the best opportunity, and I think this is it's about a 65-70% shot that it's going to pan out here. We're going to need some volume to come in, but at the very least, I can see how the system works. The good thing is here, if it stops me out for $15, which we're nowhere near the stop out at 60,500. What I'm saying is, though, is I can see how the system works. I have no idea how it works right now. I've never done a copy trade on there, so we'll see together. So anyhow, moving on. So Bitcoin right now, that's what we're watching. Severely oversold all the way through the daily time frame. And right now we're looking at that support structure down at about 60,500 area to be the overwhelming factor to be, whether you're in or out. So that's what I'm looking at there. For XRP, we've talked about the Inception style chart, a chart within a chart. It told us everything we needed to know yesterday, and it came down to that support area. And that's what I was trying to explain yesterday, is that even though we're in a short-term consolidation, we can even go shorter, because it was showing us that evidence through the consolidation. The problem here is with XRP is we're still in that neutral area. Like, we came way up, we were severely oversold, and now it's going to be, are we either coming back up, or are we just coming up to bounce that break point at around, in current times, because we broke down, are we just coming back up there to retest that 48.2 now as resistance? That's what we're going to have to watch for here this Monday morning. And that's certainly what I'm going to be watching for. The market cap is another thing, down 177.97 million. It's down 0.67% to 26.497 billion. And again, this was easily noted yesterday. We did the chart within a chart, and we talked about if it lost roughly 26.8 billion, that it would come down here to 25.9, and that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. So now we need to see what kind of rebound we're going to get here today, or if it's just a bounce back to rejection, and then if we got further bears in the house here today. It's going to be very interesting, especially because it's a Monday morning. We've got the US dollar currency index down about 0.27%. It's at about 105.54. B2 Gold today pays their dividend. So June 14th, or June 11th or 12th, somewhere around there, they did the dividend date, for anybody who owns shares. And now today's the actual expected payoff day. So I'm excited. It might come today, it might come tomorrow. It all depends when it comes through. But I'm excited, though, because the dividend was June 11th, the expected date, and then the payment date is today, June 24th. So, and it's at a 0.04. So anybody who was in B2 Gold, you're going to get a little bit of free money today, which is part of the reasons why I like investing in dividend-paying stocks. But yeah, so this morning I'm excited just because I got to test out the system, and I like the position it's in. Now, whether or not it can hold at 60,500, or if we come down even more, that's the question. And it just doesn't seem like it has enough testicular fortitude just to bust this down and come all the way through down to 56,785. But with the way things are going in crypto, never say never. What I'm looking for is this bounce back from here, trying to get a hit at 62,488 to see how bearish or bullish we are. But as you know, when you're down like this, you could get another big sell candle, and then it just brings it down. So obviously tailor your risk management. And if you're working on the copy trading, be patient, because we've got to get this system working. And I want to make sure at worst that this stop loss will kick in if it has to. So I was going to be patient here, no different than how I do my normal trading, and we'll see what happens here. Furthermore, I want to go through a little bit of reading on the Bitcoin liquidation. So Bitcoin plummets to 61K, 260 million in longs liquidated. And if you're interested in trading with the copy trading with us, or you're looking to trade XRP in the USA or worldwide for low spot and leverage trading fees, look in the video description below. I'm doing it on HOTCOIN. Also, if you're interested on BLOFIN, if enough people sign up, I'll do it on there as well. But use the exchanges to trade as well. And then there's also BitUnix in the video description below and or pinned comments. That's not copy trading, but I also like that exchange a lot, and I do a lot of trading on there. So take your pick. It's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. I'm trying to grow the community together. And I also want to show the risk reward areas as well and how to properly trade. Like, some wanted me to trade with 1,000, not going to happen. $100 is good for me, because then if I did 1,000, let's say this got stopped out, that's a $150 loss to anybody who's trading. Right now it's a $15 loss, so it's much more manageable. And we can see how the system works. So Bitcoin plummets to 61K, 260 million in longs liquidated. So the German government sale of 3,000 Bitcoin and potentially 47,000 Bitcoin liquidation has spooked the market. Total net asset value of Bitcoin spot ETF remains strong at 55.5 billion, indicating sustained investor interest. What happened? Bitcoin is down 5% over the past 24 hours, barely hanging on to the 61,000 handle. At the time of writing, the latest spike down has liquidated 260 million long positions over the past 24 hours, with almost 100 million in Bitcoin trades. According to QCP Capital, miners are currently under significant pressure to sell due to higher break-even prices following the recent halving. Consequently, miner Bitcoin holdings have plummeted to their lowest level in 14 years, with reserves dropping by 50,000 Bitcoin since the start of the year. Adding to the market's unease, the German government has reportedly sold 3,000 Bitcoin recently, with 47,000 still to be liquidated. This sudden influx of supply has further dampened market confidence. Despite the short-term drop, what is this crap? Despite the short-term drop, can I even close that? Probably not. Despite the short-term drop, QCP Capital remains optimistic about a substantial bullish turn towards the end of the year. The firm's trading desk has observed significant selling of call options set to expire within a month, coupled with aggressive buying of calls for September to December. This activity indicates a market expectation of a summer consolidation followed by dramatic upturn as the U.S. election approaches. This is fueled by the anticipation of a spot Ethereum ETF, yada, yada, yada. So I just wanted to talk about the 100 million in Bitcoin that was, the 260 million total in liquidations that were taking place. And then in Bitcoin, if it goes down to, I want to say 60,000, which it came within, what was it, 60,000, what was the lowest it hit? 60,595. It came awfully close. It back tested the top of the pennant flag. That's why I wanted to buy in that area to take a shot. And that's all you can do. But if it holds that pennant flag, it's going to be an interesting return rally. But that remains to be seen. It could come right through this pennant flag, and then we're back to square one. Because these are very volatile moments, and typically it's an uneasy move, but it's one of those volatile swings, and I like volatile swings, so it's the only way for me to test the system out is through volatility. If this comes down real quick, I need to make sure that it's actually going to close. And if it goes up, I like buying these oversold positions, so this is what I like. XRP we've already touched on. Remember, if it comes down, we've still got, if it breaks through here, this 466 now in current times, we've got the bottom of the cup and handle for XRP, and that's right down here at 42.2 cents if it comes down. So that's where we could come down for XRP if we continue to break down. So watch that. If we lose 46.6 cents, you're likely going to have a return run down there to that 42.4 cent roughly area. So that's something we need to pay attention to. And before I leave, let's read this major milestone for the XRP AMM. So 10 million XRP make new major milestone for the XRP AMM. So XRP Ledger hits major milestone with over 10 million XRP locked in AMM pools. XRP Ledger recently reached a major milestone as the amount of XRP locked in automated market maker AMM pools surpassed 10 million. According to XRP Scan, while the current total has dropped slightly to 9.6 million XRP, this development marks a big moment for the XRP Ledger ecosystem. Since their launch in late March, AMM pools have grown significantly, with the amount of locked XRP increased from 325,983 tokens to nearly 10 million. These tokens are spread across 593 pools, with new pools being added on a regular basis. Leading the pack is the what the hell is it? Oh, okay. So leading the pack is the magnetic token pool MAG, which has 3,602,530 XRP locked. Close behind is the XGO pool, which holds 921,270 XRP. Interesting, the third largest pool with 651,269 XRP is associated with crypto, a black hole account that cannot sign transactions or issue new tokens. The increase in XRP locked in AMM pools reflects growing interest in decentralized exchanges within the community. Powered by smart contracts, AMMs play a critical role in providing liquidity and enabling the seamless exchange of assets based on mathematical formulas. This milestone demonstrates strong investor confidence and underscores the growing decentralized financial ecosystem on XRP Ledger. As XRPL continues to evolve and innovate, the use of AMM pools is expected to support efficient and decentralized trading mechanisms for XRP and other assets such as magnetic. So that's just what was going on with the AMM pool with the XRP Ledger. I know there was a lot of talk about it yesterday. So I figured I would share it this morning so we're on the same page. We've got the total crypto market cap this morning is down 2.68% to 2.19 trillion. It's a tough one with the total crypto market cap because it seemingly looks like it's getting rejected here. Let me straighten this out. I don't know what is going on here. This is all... I don't even know where that arrow came from. Because this has moved up just a little bit. Or moved down just a little bit. It was supposed to be like this. And you can see a clear rejection of the total crypto market cap. We even came below the 2.82 trillion. Let's see if we've got any kind of micro chart. Nope, see, this is still in that falling channel. This is still within that falling, and it hasn't stopped. Actually, that's a very poor way to look at it because we came through here. See that? We're still got this downtrending support line. And then even more, you can get that resistance line as well. I would probably go from here. No. It's not going to work like that. Because it's a clear falling channel here. It's staying within the exact same structure the entire way down. That's what it looks like. So the total crypto market cap, assuming we can hold 2.174, we could make a return back up to 2.28 trillion. That's the truth. But we have to hold that area. If we fall through the most logical area for the total crypto market cap, and it could be an extension back into this area. It really could. We could be extending back into here. And if that falls through, I don't know if that's going to come right back to 1.87 trillion. But if it loses this consolidation, there's a very real chance that we could have a bigger drop. And that could be what, some of the other parts of the market are pointing to if we fall through here. So if you're trading right now, very, very cautious. Very, very cautious. You're always looking for moments of opportunity, but you also have to make sure that moment of opportunity doesn't turn into a huge loss. So if you're looking to try to get used to copy trading, if you want to learn how to leverage trade, you can always follow my copy trades. Look on HOTCOIN, look at BLOFIN. Use those exchanges to trade as well. I do. And then also BitUnix. I don't copy trade on there because I don't have the ability, but I like to trade on there nonetheless. So that's all in the video description below and our pinned comments. Right now on, what is it? Yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about this morning. So just pay attention and If you have to watch this, watch it twice, because these support structures we have to pay attention to. We already know on XRP, I've went over several times. With Bitcoin, we fall out of this little structure, and that fall should have brought us to here. And now what I'm thinking is, as long as it holds on this line right at about 60,000, and it already hit it a second time at 60,800, if we can hold this, we should come back up and retest that 62,300 area. And we're at about 61,130. So from 61,130, that's about a 2% back test here if it has to come back to around that 62,400. If it falls through, the next area for Bitcoin very well could be about a 6.8 to 7% drop to that 56,900. But if we fall through this support, we will invalidate that pennant flag. So I put a lot of stock in this area if we're going to remain bullish. And like I said, we'd be severely oversold if we came down to this level, and that's exactly what happened. We are severely oversold. Even going into the 4-hourly, the daily, I don't even remember the last time we've seen Bitcoin this oversold going into the daily. Especially 4-hourly and down, it is severely oversold. So we'll see how the market makers work with this, and we'll see if in fact it comes down and it breaks through these levels, and then it just ends up being on a tirade to the downside and liquidating long. So we'll see what happens. If you're a copy trader, risk reward, make sure you monitor your risk. And please, if you're following me, don't put it to 10 times my trade, because if I do a $100 trade, there's a reason why it's a $100 trade. It means that my risk management is off the charts right now, which means I'm only willing to lose $15 here. So if some of you are putting on $1,000 and making it a 10x trade to follow me, your risk management right now would be $150. It's a big difference. If you're doing $10,000 to try to piggyback off of a $100 trade, now your risk management is $1,500. This is a 15% risk. It's a risk here of 15%, which is why I keep it at $100 for these kind of trades until we build the portfolio. And I have more in the futures account. It's just, this is the way I do things for risk management. And if it doesn't pan out, I still learn something, because I'm going to see if in fact the stop loss works as it should, and to see the percentage, because it's at 15%. If it closes out at 18, I need to know that. If it closes out at 24%, I need to know that. So we'll see one way or the other, but I do like the position here because Bitcoin is so oversold. You're not going to get many buyers in right when they wake up because they're going to be too scared. But let's see how we approach this around 10 and 11 o'clock when people are starting to actually see how the market is transpiring or transfixing. If you're asking me, it's about a 65-70% chance that it needs to break up here and at least gather some topside liquidity. For XRP, it's bounced down to the Inception style chart. It's bounced off of this support area at 46.5 cents. And now we got a rejection area at 48.3 if I want to retest that drop. Otherwise, if it falls through that area of support at around 46.4, the next level is down at about 42.4 cents. So just pay attention. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you made it till the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.